Welcome back, people. Welcome back to Von Blues Boxing. All right. It is August 22nd, Saturday, Boxing Day. So we got some boxing matches going on. Top Rank has got a card going on today, PBC and Matchroom. So I'm gonna start off with the first one, the Top Rank card. Just some of the notable fights on there. I'm not, not the whole schedule of fights on there. So we got either Alvarez versus Joe Smith Jr. for the WBO title eliminator. And we got Rob Brandt versus Vitaly Kopyalenko. So my predictions for that one, I got either Alvarez winning that one by unanimous decision, clear-cut decision. I think he'll get the job done. Really, either Alvarez has been on a roll, man. That dude has been on a roll. And I think he's just gonna, you know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna get the job done. He's just that man, he's been on a roll. So, and Joe Smith Jr., he's tough as nails. I mean, the fight could go anyway, but I'm going to put my money on either Alvarez. It's going to be quick. Rob Brandt versus Vitaly Kopyalenko. I'm going to go with Rob Brandt in that fight. I think Rob Brandt will get the stoppage between 8th and 9th round. That's just my prediction. With that, then for the PBC card today, I'm just going to talk about the notable fights. Sean Porter versus Sebastian Formella. And I'm going to go with Sean Porter. I don't know much about Sebastian Formella. I should have watched some of his fights, watch some of his fights, but I didn't. So I'm just going to go with Sean Porter on that one. I think Sean Porter will stop him about 6 to 7 rounds. I just think Sean Porter is versatile, man. He can fight inside, outside. Sean is he just levels above Sebastian Formella. That's just what it is. Then we got Sebastian Fordora versus Nathan Gallimore. Now, Sebastian Fordora is a freak of nature in a 154-pound division. He is 6'7", I think. I think he's 6'7" or like something like that. I've seen him on the Anthony Joshua and Luis Ortiz card. Dude's got some power in the punches, especially being that tall, getting that torque and, that length, and he just got some power on him. But Nathan Gallimore has been in there with quality competition, and he's seasoned, and it's gonna be a good fight. I don't know which one to go with that one, fellas, because Fundora, you know what I'm saying? He's tall, he's long, he's rangy, and he got power in his punches. But the thing about Nathan Gallimore, he's seasoned and he's a veteran. And the thing is, I worry how Fundora deals with somebody like Nathan Gallimore, a veteran, a guy who can mix it up, a guy who's been in there. You know what I'm saying? How does he deal with a guy who he can't just, walk through? And so, of course, the key in that fight is Nathan Gallimore getting inside his range, and keeping the fight close and keeping it to his chest. That's how Nathan Gallimore is going to have to try to get the win. But I don't know who to go with in that fight. I really do. I'm just going to go out on a limb with this one. I ain't going to lie. I'm going to go out on a limb with this one. I'm going to go with Nathan, I'm gonna go with Sebastian Fundora. I think Sebastian Fundora will get the job done. I think it'll be a very close decision. I think it'll be very close split decision, possibly draw. That's where I think that fight is gonna go to. It's either gonna be a split decision or draw. Now I could be wrong about it, but that's just my opinion and my thoughts on that fight. And then right now I'm currently watching the Matchroom card on DAZN, and we got Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin, and we got Katie Taylor versus Delphine Persoon. Katie Taylor, Delphine Persoon. I'm going to go with Katie Taylor. Unanimous decision. I think Katie Taylor will win a clean cut to this fight. I think she won't sit there and try to slug it out like she did in the first fight. I think Katie going to use more of her skill set, use her footwork. You know what I'm saying? Try to outbox her more. You know what I'm saying? And I think Katie will get the clear decision today. Then with Dillian Whyte and Alexander Povetkin, I picked Dillian Whyte to win this fight, a couple of weeks ago. But as we get closer, I don't know, man, because Povetkin, think about Alexander Povetkin, seasoned. He's fought the best. Good boxing skill set. Good powerful left hand. Can't fight in the inside. Back foot, that's where Povetkin kind of lack. When you get him on the back foot, he can lack a little bit. Cardio, sometimes Povetkin get tired. But the Povetkin cardio hold up. I don't know who to go with this one, man. I picked Dillian Whyte earlier. But I got to come with a decision. So I got to come up with a prediction. And I think I'm going to go back on. I think I'm gonna go with Alexander Povetkin with the upset. I know I picked Dillian White earlier, but I don't know. It's just something. I got this feeling, but I could be wrong. I'm just gonna go with Alexander Povetkin with this win. I think as the weeks went by and as the week went by, it got closer and closer, and yeah, I flip flopped. That's how you know that's boxing for you. So I flip flopped in that pick. I'm gonna go with Alexander Povetkin. Split decision. I think Povetkin will win a close fight against Dillian Whyte. I think it's gonna be a good scrap. I think possibly they both might knock each other down in the fight. I think that's a possibility. And but if but I think the big key to that fight is Dillian Whyte using his jab and trying to keep his distance at times, using the jab, keeping Alexander Povetkin at the end of his punches, and also mixing that up with putting pressure on Povetkin, backing him up, roughing him up, clinching him, Dillian need to get rough with him if he's gonna get this W, clinch him up, because Dillian's the heavier man, he's the bigger man. So I think he need to get a little rough in there with him, I'm Dillian Whyte, if Dillian White's gonna win. But I'm gonna stick to my prediction. I know I went back on it, but I'm gonna stick with Alexander Povetkin. So that's the boxing card today. Like that's just some of the key fights, like the main fights that people, and stuff like that. And they got some pretty other good little undercards, some prospects and stuff like that is gonna be fighting tonight. I'm gonna check out Joey Spencer Jr. When the last time I think I seen Joey when I went to go see Wilder and Ortiz too. I think was he on that card? I know Vito Michalnicki was on that card. I don't know. Was Joey Spencer on that card? I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, so this is quick predictions, guys. Nothing too heavy. Nothing too in-depth. Just quick predictions and stuff like that. I usually do that. But so once this fight is over, once the fight's over today, I'll give some thoughts, post analysis, post assessments of the fights and stuff, and what I thought, how some of those fights went, and where see if I was right on my predictions or not. But yeah, man, that's gonna be about it. I'm gonna get back in there and go watch that Matchroom card. And yeah, man, have a good day. Be safe out here, man. Von Blues Boxing, baby. I'm out.